right. Shalom, shalom. Glory to the King. Thanks to the Most High Yah. Blessings, glory, and honor to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Glory to the King. This is the Elder Donny, your host for the evening of this edition of the Brother segment on Straitway, the Straitway Truth, by way of Blog Talk Radio. Hallelujah. Let me get a sound check if I could, Saints. See how I'm coming in your area. All right, Brother Ugly, that's a 10. All right. Got another 10. It's a Keener there. Hallelujah. All right, I got my in-house sound check. All is well. So excellent. Glory to the King. Hallelujah. But it is an honor, as always, Saints, to be here before you, to be in fellowship with you once again. Hallelujah. And it's just a joy, hallelujah, to be in the way. Hallelujah, to be in the truth. Thankful that y'all has opened my eyes, and I'm sure that you are, all of you, you should be excited. You should be with the joy, hallelujah, that He's taking you from your old fallen state and restored you, and it's restoring all of us to our true heritage. Hallelujah. Glory to the King. So, sounds good. I'm going to get started. So we have a good sound check here. All is well. Let me get going. All right. Hallelujah. It is truly our prayer and I hope for you all that you are actively purging, hallelujah, those temples, getting ready for the feast. It's a very important time of the year for us to get into the year, as you all know, and it's a time for us to really reflect and to get ourselves ready and get ourselves in order, hallelujah, because this is very, very important that we partake in, this feast. And it's not to be taken lightly. Hallelujah. And, we got to be just so thankful to Yah that He is preserving us. He has preserved us, I should say. If you look at the messages, that's been coming forth, all of them, man, just powerful. You know what I mean? Just getting us ready and allowing us to see ourselves who we truly are, which really lying deep down in our wicked hearts. And probably been masked or out of ignorance, not have known about it. But He's revealing it all to us. And we should be grateful for that. And not only that, but working hard to do something about it. Our conditions, hallelujah. Not being satisfied and not being complacent and just lazy and slothful, but actively working while we have the time. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. And not one of us knows if we'll make it to see the feast. So we better be preparing now and taking this thing very seriously. Glory to the King. Let us go to Psalms. Hallelujah. I always like to start off. But first, before I do that, I want to greet you all. To all the saints that are scattered abroad, the beloved of Yah. Those of you who are called to be saints, and peace from Yahweh, our Father, and Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Blessings to you all, saints. All praise to the Most High Yah, through the Messiah, Jesus Christ. We wouldn't even be here had it not been for Him. Hallelujah. And all the sacrifices He made on our behalf. He didn't even have to do it, but yet He did. Glory to the King. And we're grateful for Him. Also want to give honor to our beloved shepherd, Pastor Charles Dowell Jr., and for all that he's really doing for us. It's greatly appreciated, and it's just I greatly appreciate the labor of love, because it really truly is helping us. That word is sustaining us. That word is keeping us. The word is washing us, and all of the sacrifices and all of the hard work is really appreciated. Hallelujah. So we must give honor where honor is due. Glory to the King. But saints, I pray that grace and peace be multiplied unto you all through the knowledge of Yah and of Yeshua, the Master. Psalm 19, 7-11 says, the law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of Yahweh are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey, and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Hallelujah. So I thank Yah for his instructions. I thank Yah for not leaving us, without any guidance, and not leaving us just to try to figure this thing out like the other nations. But we are a chosen people. Hallelujah. We are Yah's people, and I'm just so grateful for it. Psalms 119, 1 through 20, and it says, I'm reading from the scriptures version, and it says, blessed are the perfect in the way, who walk in the teaching of Yahweh. Blessed are those who observe his witnesses, who seek him with all the heart. Yea, they shall do no unrighteousness. They shall walk in his ways. You have commanded us to guard your orders diligently. Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. Then I would not be ashamed when I look into all your commands. I thank you with uprightness of heart when I learn the right rulings of your righteousness. I guard your laws. Oh, do not leave me entirely. How would a young man cleanse his path to guard it according to your word? I have sought you with all my heart. Let me not stray from your command. I have treasured up your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Yahweh. Teach me your law. With my lips I have recounted all the right rulings of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your witnesses, as over all riches. I meditate on your orders and regard your ways. I delight myself in your laws. I do not forget your word. Do good to your servant. Let me live, and I guard your word. Open my eyes that I might see wonders from your Torah. I am a sojourner in the earth. Do not hide your commands from me. My being is crushed with longing for your right ruling at all times. Hallelujah. And all glory and all praise to Yah. Hallelujah. Because he is righteous. Hallelujah. His word is just. Hallelujah. And I'm just grateful for it. I'm grateful to know, hallelujah, who I am. I'm grateful to embrace, the commandments of Yah. Hallelujah. For having been told for so long that they're done away with, and I'm just so grateful that Yah is placing a desire and a yearning to learn it in my heart. And it's showing us all that, this is the way to life. You know what I mean? Keep the commandments and live. In regard and contrary to what we've been taught, and even nowadays, people are firm in their position in opposing the law. And I was thinking about it, how all this is going on, especially with Green Bay, Wisconsin, and how the Most High has just been exposing all of these devils for who they are, and it just showed me that a lot of over the years, there's been a lot of bondage that's been going on, a lot of lies, and a lot that has been taking place with the souls of men, in that area. I mean, being lied to, being deceived for so long, and these men have been running, without being checked for so long, and then Yah showed himself. You know what I mean? You're not our people. You are deceiving the people. And I'm gonna show you who my people are. I'm gonna show you my man, who I chose, who's my servant. And just totally just disrupting everything up there. And we thank God for that, because only He can do that. And just thank you for the obedience of our shepherd. Hallelujah. But fleecing the people. Just enough of that. Time is up. You know, we only have a short time. You know, we know that the days are evil. You know, and so we must be sober even more so. Thanks. I'm not going to be long this evening. I mean, we have a plethora of information to chew on, especially from Sabbath. You know, as I said earlier, you know, to get ourselves ready for the feast. We can really be meditating on that word, replaying it, rehearsing it, reading the materials, the references, the verses that we were given, and really take it to heart. Because I know I was blessed by it. And I know it's a few different points that Pastor touched on yesterday that I definitely need to work on. And you know, it's not, you know, when we get like a week or two before the feast to try to work things out, we should have been working things out. We should have been searching. We should have, you know, seriously been getting ourselves ready, because I remember a while back, you know, Pastor been prepping us and getting us ready, you know, trying to cause us to be broken and to seek y'all like never before. But even in this time now, as we get closer and closer to the feast, I'm still seeing a certain thing that's going on in Israel. I'm seeing a pattern, you know what I mean, from that not everybody, but just in a few people, you know what I mean, and I really just need to talk about it tonight, you know, but it's not going to take a whole lot of time to talk about it and to get into it, because it's just reality. The main focus of it is humility, you know, and the saints, we all need to develop a deeper level of humility. You know, we got to approach this feast with humility all the way across the board. You know what I mean? We got to really abase ourselves. I mean, come before the throne of grace, you know, boldly. We gotta do it. We gotta be humble, and when the way we do things. And as I said earlier, this is not just a gathering to get together. You know, we seeing our brothers, our sisters we haven't seen in a while. That's good. That's excellent. That's, you know, you enjoy the fellowship when we get together. I mean, that's a given. That's a plus. But the thing of it is, this is a commandment for us to appear, all men. This is one of the commanded feasts that we are commanded to appear before Yah, you know, and He commanded us to do so. And then the one thing I want to say is that it's not about, you know, us individually. You know, we got to put ourselves aside. You know, it's not about, you know, whatever things you got going on or preconceived ideas or things that you're dealing with, letdowns, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Take yourself out of the equation. This is Yah's time. This is His appointed time for His people. He summons His people to come unto Him for a word that He has for them, and for us to, you know, just show forth all of the blessings and things that Yah has done for us, you know, over the years, and bringing us, allowing us to see another year. You know, our eyes are open. You know, we're not in the same condition we were in last year. At least we shouldn't be. And so this is a time to reflect. This is a time to rejoice. This is a time, you know, to come and give it all to Yah. Hallelujah. Because He paid the ultimate price for us, saints. And especially during this time of the year here, where the rest of the world is blinded to what's going on. We know what's up. And we can't take it lightly. We can't take it as, oh, this is another feast. Yeah. Nah. Let's take it seriously. And we must abase ourselves, even, you know, coming before Him. It's not a light matter. It's not a small thing. We got to truly hate, saints, the garment that is spotted by the flesh. We must. You know, it's a lot of residue, like Pastor was touching on this yesterday. It's a lot of residue, you know, that still remains from all of our captivities, you know, from Egypt. I mean, it's just embedded in that mind. And it's got to be an active process. It's got to be a daily part of our routine to die out, you know, to the flesh and all the filth and all the garbage thereof. But as I was saying earlier, that this is a commanded feast. That's in Deuteronomy 16:16. It says, 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before Yahweh, thy Elohim, in the place which He shall choose. In the feast of unleavened bread, that's one, and in the feast of weeks, and then in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before Yahweh empty. Hear that? We should not appear before Yah empty. And the place just so happens to be where Yah chose is Straitway. Hallelujah. And that's where he's placed his name. And that's where we are to assemble. It's not a suggestion. It's not whether you feel like it or not. You know what I mean? It's none of those things. It's commanded for us to appear. Given the fact that you are invited, you know what I mean, that you're in good standing and that, you know, you're able and in good health and everything, that you're able to do so, it's commanded for us to appear. Glory to the King. Because the fact of the matter is this, you know, we do the things in which we want to do. We can come with all kind of excuses why not to show up or why not to appear, but hey, at the end of the day, they're just excuses. Because if you want to do something, if you want to get it done, you'll get it done. All right? And we got to have a little bit more respect, a little bit more honor and reverence for the Most High and be obedient to the laws. We got to love His law. We got to love His instructions for us. You know what I mean? We're only going to be blessed for keeping it anyway. Why sit around and reason? Why sit around and ration and try to, make excuses or whatever, why not to be obedient? But this is not a suggestion. This is not up for your liking or choosing, but it's commanded. All men, we must appear before Yah. Hallelujah. So, and also verse 17 says, every man to give as he is able, according to the blessing of Yahweh, the Elohim, which He had given you. So whatever Yah has given you, you got to give back. You got to show your gratitude, show how grateful you are and thankful you are that He's allowed you, to even have strength, allowed you to be clothed in your right frame of mind. He's allowed you, the strength to be able to go to and fro, and He's protected you. You know what I mean? And if it weren't out for Him, you wouldn't even know. Without Him even choosing you, you wouldn't even know nothing about this. This is not about you, as I said again. It's all about Him at the end of the day. He chose you. All right? And the least you can do is just be obedient and come up to the feast and come, and in obedience unto the Most High. Hallelujah. But as I was saying, I was talking about how haughty we are as people. How I noticed a pattern of how people don't like to respect authority in Israel, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But as I was saying, we gotta really base ourselves. Proverbs 16:18. It says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." You know what, saints? You gotta realize this here. He gives us lots of warnings. The Most High does. I hear it every week. I hear it through videos. I hear it through preaching. I hear it through the different broadcasts. We get a lot of warning. We do. And it's up to you whether or not you're gonna take heed to it. You know what I mean? But it tells us that pride goes before destruction, and an haughty spirit before fall. So you've been warned, thank you have, and get this through your mind. He don't need not one of us. Not one of us do He need. You know what I mean? So we shouldn't be prideful and thinking, that we owe Yah something. You know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean? He chose you. You hear me? And just as He told us the Pharisees and the Sadducees when they showed up at His baptism, and this is, don't think just because you're of Abraham, that you can say Abraham's my father, this and that. Nah, He said I can raise up stones. These stones to rise up as children unto Abraham. So He could make a whole other people. He don't need none of us. You know what I mean? And He could have did it many times, but He didn't. So don't think you so special and so so privileged and this and that. You better humble yourself and seek God's face. And that's one of the verses that came to my heart, this morning. That's in 2 Chronicles 7:14. And it says, if my people, some are too, Israel, which are called by my name, if they shall humble themselves, and listen to this, and pray, and seek my face, and that seeking is talking about in worship and prayer, to strive after, to ask, to beg, to desire, to inquire, to request, to seek. If we do all these things, and we do it diligently, and seek my face, and turn, that's the key, turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins, and will heal their land. So it's all upon us, right? It's all upon us that we humble ourselves. You know what I mean? That we humble ourselves, get up out of our own feelings, get up out of our own desires, get up out of our own wants, and thinking that this world, it revolves around us because we're so holy, we're so righteous. No, we're righteous because He is righteous. And we can do nothing of our own selves. And we better get that clear, and we better get it through our mind. Everything that we do it by the power, by the strength of the Most High. But He requires us to have a willing heart, a willing mind, a willing spirit to do so. But if we would do so, He said, and if we turn from our wicked ways, then we will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land. Hallelujah. So we definitely need healing in the land as a whole. Over to the King. Proverbs 16:19. Better it is to be an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Hallelujah. Well, we gotta watch, saints. We gotta be very, very careful, and we really do that. We are really watching, encouraging these temples. You know, the question is, what type of house are you building, y'all? You know, what type of house are you building, y'all? You know, y'all wants us to partake in this feast with sincerity and truth. You know, keep in mind, you know, we can't hide nothing from y'all, nothing whatsoever, and it will be revealed. We don't want y'all to speak to us this time and just rip us to pieces. You know what I mean? Because He already warned us last year not to be hypocrites, not to come before Him unclean, and so forth. He wants to take us higher. He told us that. And y'all know He mean what he says. But He wants to take us higher, but He can't do it when there's a lot of hypocrisy. You know, we do a lot of things for show. We do a lot of things to be seen of men. And we do a lot of things to be seen on the outward. You know, Yah does not look at the appearance of man in that manner. He don't look at all that stuff, man. He knows what's going on in the heart. He knows what's going on deep down inside. And that's what He's most concerned about. What are the intentions behind all that you do? So none of us are getting by. We can't have nothing that puffs up. Nothing whatsoever. With leaven. You got to be washed clean, saints. Anything such as bitterness, hatred, anger, envy, jealousy, any lying, any iniquity whatsoever at all, any whoredom, these are not fruit of the Spirit, saints. And we all should be working at dying daily and purging this mess out of our conscience. You know, it might be even difficult to even differentiate, you know, whether it's of us or, you know, of that fallen man. A lot of us operating in it too much and too often and are not actively dying out. But we're deceived in the spirit of our own mind. You know why? Because we refuse to let go. We refuse to be converted. But it's a sad thing, though. You know, we've been warned many times. And this is not going to be no excuses, but we better be prepared, you know what I mean, before we partake in the Passover. Hallelujah. So use the time wisely, saints. Use the time wisely. If you don't comprehend what's going on, then really seek out some help. You know what I mean? I had to tell a brother just recently, man, listen, bro, this is not just an opportunity. You know what I mean? You leave from the state you're in, you drive all the way to the sea just to gather with the saints. It don't make sense if you don't really comprehend what's going on. You know what I mean? You don't want to just partake in this feast and not really comprehend, you know, what the importance of it is and the sacrifice that y'all made. You know, and you still living and riding dirty, but you want to come and partake in y'all's feast. It's not going. Nah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It takes some preparation, and you got to get yourself ready for this. Hallelujah. But this is serious business, you know. And the thing, honestly, things that you know, it came on my heart this morning, and as I was turning and everything. And it really just rocked me because it's just reality. It's like the Holy Spirit was just bringing back to my remembrance just different, how should I say, occasions or instances in which I had to deal with saints or either other men in authority had to deal with saints. And it wasn't pleasant. And I'm just looking out at Israel and I'm like, you know what? There's really not a lot of reverence for the Most High. You know, as a whole, you know what I mean? It's taken lightly. Because you see a man in front of you, you know what I mean? You're thinking, oh, he's just a mere man. But you're forgetting, you know, who put us in this position. Like, I didn't put myself in this position as an elder. And many of you have even said that. And I've talked to you, I've told you different things. You didn't like what I told you. You didn't like it. You know what I mean? Because you're still looking on the outward. You're looking at the man that's in front of you. But you're falling short. You're messing up. You're making a mistake. It's just like Israel, just like our ancients. You know, when they heard the voice of Yah, and I mean, they were terrified. They were literally terrified. And they told, you know, look, don't, we don't want you to speak to us. You know what I mean? You can't speak. Because if you speak, we're going to die, definitely. We want a man to speak to us. And you know why? Not because, just because of the iniquity that was in their hearts, and it was revealed. But it was because, you know what? This man is in front of us. It's less of, you know, it's not as strong. It's not a strong presence as yours is. And, you know, we can talk back to this man, you know what I mean? And we can show our ass to him, and we can do all these things. But not you. We don't want you to speak to us. But see, you're not talking back to Yah. You're not going to talk back to Yah in what you would, the way you would to man. Because Yah's not having that. He's not having it whatsoever at all, and you know that. But I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why? You know, some of you will take it upon yourself to try to buck back against, you know, authority, buck back against instruction. And keep in mind, I don't have to tell you anything, or any other leader in Israel or man in authority have to tell you nothing. We do it because of the love, and I know why I do it. I do it because, and I really truly care about your soul. And I'm not gonna just tell you know anything just to be telling it to you because I have, you know, something, you know, against you. No, that's not the case, sir. If I see you doing something that you shouldn't do, you know what I mean? You have the option. Either you can obey it or you can disobey it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear all of this about why you feel as though, you know, you don't want to hear what I had to say, especially if it's advice that I'm giving for. You know what I mean? Like, hey, brother, I saw you do this. It'll be wise if you don't do that in that manner. You know what I mean? Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? You're not obligated to receive it. But that just goes to show, you know, y'all will find yourself in a world of trouble because look at this. You look at the, you know, the men of old and which the Most High chose. You know what I mean? You look at these men, you know, humble men. I mean, look at John the Baptist. I mean, Pastor Dowell always mentions him and uses as an example. And how he says, y'all wouldn't even receive this man if he came to y'all. You know, the stinky man, smelly man, been out in wilderness and you know what I mean? It doesn't have the finer clothing and things of that manner. You would despise this man. You wouldn't even allow him in your presence. And the word tells us, you be careful, you know, of the people that you meet. You may be entertaining strangers. You never know who you're dealing with. Because we don't even think it and we don't even realize it. We're full of it, full of ourselves, and we do have respect for persons. We really do. If you take the Messiah, for instance, man, this is the creator of all things. Man. He could have placed himself inside of, you know, anybody, any type of earth suit or flesh suit, anyone in which he wanted, but he didn't choose that. The prophet even tells us that you wouldn't even want to look at him twice. You wouldn't even want to check him out again. You know what I mean? To look upon him again, because he wasn't dressed in the finest clothes. You know, if a man's dressed in fine clothes and you can tell he has substance, your perception of him will be totally different. You will treat that man totally different, and y'all do it. You do. Y'all do it all the time. But see this little old man that don't have much. You know what I mean? And he's trying, he's doing the best that he can with what he has. can have a genuine heart. He can be pure at it. But because he's not in the quote unquote in crowd, or he's not, most popular among you, you'll tend to cast him away and ignore him. You don't even realize that you can get a message, the message that you need that can help you, can come from this man. But you know what? You disregard him. So that's fine and good, because y'all deal with you. Y'all will truly deal with you. But the whole point of it is, there needs to be a little bit more reverence, thanks, for authority. You know what I mean, in Israel. And I see it, I guess lately, more than before, the disrespectfulness, you know what I mean? The talking back, to authority in ways in which it should not be. Because the saddest part about it is, y'all will go to your job and y'all will treat your bosses, your supervisors, your managers, and y'all will treat them with more respect than you would the authority here in Israel. If your boss tells you something, you're not going to buck back and tell him that, I'm not going to do that, or I think it should be done a different way. No, you're not going to do that. You're not even going to show up late on that job. You know what I mean? You're going to be trying to get there on time and, try to put your best foot forward. But it's a conditioning of the mind, though, the way we think. You got to get out of that. You got to make the transition, man, and know what's really important. And I'm not telling you to be disrespectful, to ease the party. The word tells us to honor all men. You know what I mean? Just be respectful, but you're not going to go there and show them the utmost respect. And then you come over in Israel, you come over here, and then you want to just dog out the authority and don't pay them no mind. Or, you know what I'm saying? And just tell them what you feel and just pop off at the mouth like it ain't nothing. And you don't even say with your own mouth, oh, I know, you ordained by God. I know you're in authority, but look at your actions. Look at your speech. Look at your body language when you're told to do something. Some of you, your respect, you'll say stuff like, oh, I respect you, Pastor. I respect you. Well, see that elder? Nah, I'm not dealing with him. You'll leave this fellowship because you don't want that elder to tell you nothing, or the head of the assembly to tell you nothing. But yet you say you with Pastor, who we submit ourselves to? Huh? How does that work? That is just a real reality check. Like, you really do. And don't think that you're being disrespectful to me. Don't think you're being disrespectful. Nah, you're being disrespectful to the Most High. And whenever I do deal with a brother, you know what I mean, and I see that their spirit is humble and, they receive it, it's not even about me. I'm looking at the level of love that they have for the Most High. Because that's what they're doing it unto. Do everything that's done to the Most High, not unto me because I'm standing here in front of you, whether you like me or not, or whether you respect it or not, whether you receive it or not. But you should be doing it unto the Most High. Hallelujah. So, that's just what I wanted to talk to you about real briefly here. This is on my mind. You just need to be a little bit more respect, a little bit more reverence for authority in Israel. And the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of respected persons going on. There's a lot of that. You know what I mean? But we got to rise above the foolishness and get about our Father's business. All right, hello, I'm saying. Donny here, back again as your host for the evening on Straitway Truth Radio by way of Blog Talk Radio. Glory to the King. On this edition of the Brother segment, and just wanted to, like I said, briefly come and talk to you all, saints, and just share just a few things with you, as I said. As we're preparing for the feast, as we're preparing our hearts and minds, just get ready, because we can't fool y'all whatsoever. You know what I mean? You know exactly what's going on with each and every last one of us. And one way we say, with our words, that hey, I'm trying to do right. I'm not trying to rebuke an elder. I'm not trying to, disobey authority. But then, a few words later, there goes the rebuke. There goes, the disobedience and the disrespectfulness. And basically, that what I've been talking about tonight is just as a whole, just humility, just um, getting rid of that leaven, getting rid of the thing that puff up, that's within us. And we need to be honest with ourselves and just truly deal with self issues that we have. We need to work them out ourselves and realize the things that you do, you're not doing it to me or to any other authority. You forget that Yah is involved as well. You forget that Israel said, you know what, Yah, we don't want to hear from you. You know what I mean? And so he appointed man. So you show your level of love, you show your level of commitment and obedience unto Yah. You know what I mean? It's seen. And it's definitely clearly seen. But you better be careful. Each and every last one, be very careful. And because there is consequences, for your actions. I'll read Proverbs. I'll read Proverbs 16:19. It says, better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. He's always admonishing us always to be of a lowly spirit and of a lowly state, of mind. I remember even King David talked about it much and how he's lowly in spirit, and you know what I mean. That's what we need to arrive at. We need to develop that. Also, 1 Peter 5:5 says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For Yah resisted the proud and giving grace to the humble. And so even in submission one to another, we need to be mindful of that. Not thinking that, I'm above this person, you're beneath me. Nah. You know what I mean? If you're out of line, if you're wrong, and somebody deals with you on it, receive it. We have a tendency to look at, the fault or looking at the way it was presented, but is it the truth? What's the intention behind it? So we gotta learn to base ourselves. We're too prideful, we're too puffed up, and what it is nothing but a residue from the world. In Proverbs 6:16, how the Most High, he hates it, man. He literally hates it. One of the first things he mentioned, was a proud look. And I see folk all the time with these prideful looks. And all it is, it shows what's going on within the heart, because it shows up on the countenance. And you got so many prideful people out there, Israel, and a lot of you the same way, just prideful. Extremely just prideful. You can just see it in your countenance, you can see it in your actions and everything. The way you speak to folk, it's all in it. It's one thing to see it among the heathen out there. It's horrible. To see it. And I run into folk all the time. They're just so prideful. You can't tell them shit. You can't, you know what I mean? Don't even look at them. Just turn your nose up. It's just an aura about them. They're just so haughty. They don't need the Yah because they got it all themselves. They can figure it all out. And it would be shame, Israel, you fall into that same pattern. Just look at Pharaoh, how his heart was hardened. Most High even hardened his heart so that he would not free Israel. Because he had to teach him a lesson. Is that what it's going to take for you, for Yah to harden your heart, for Yah to, to put a smacking on you, to put hurt on you, for you to see that he's serious and not to play with him? But I'm telling you, the fear of Yah, man, it's almost, gone, even from us in Israel as a whole. Because it's very few that really fear Yah, that really have respect and honor unto him the way they should. But what is it going to take, saints? Literally, what is it going to take to bring that fear, to put that fire up under your tail, to put that fire up under your rear end, so that you can respect Yah and know that he is serious, and know that this is not just form and fashion, that it's not just ceremonial, that we're not just going through the motions, doing what we think is the right thing to do, just because, we that. Nah, it's serious. It's a little bit more serious than that. But it's real. I'll keep me read on here. In Proverbs again, 1:22. And it says, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn, there's the word again. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But you have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. So keep it up. Keep it up. Keep on rejecting. You know what I mean? Keep on rejecting the truth, the counsel. Just keep it up. And thinking that you're justified, you know, in your own unrighteousness. Y'all got a payment for you. Definitely got a payment for you. Proverbs 1:32, the turning away of the simple. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Glory to the King. Hallelujah. So, as I go ahead and wrap it up here, just honestly, wanted to come to you, like I said, briefly, and just talk to y'all, and just let you know some things that was going on in my head, in my heart, just to, as a whole, that we join forces and base ourselves even more so humble before y'all, beg, seek, seek, His mercy, His grace. I mean, and even helping us to change our wicked ways. It's one thing for Him to show us. When we ask, okay, show me the hidden sins of my heart, things in which I may not be aware of, that I'm ignorant to. Okay, that's one thing, right? And so what happens? Because let me tell you, I know for a fact that I'm praying these things, but the thing is, I'm getting the answers, Sabbath after Sabbath. You know what I mean? And He's showing me. He's showing me the wickedness of my heart. Showing me areas of which I need to work on. It's not a time for me to just be, to feel, oh man, I'm down and out and trodden down and wallowing in the mire. No, but it's an opportunity. Okay, He showed me. He's showing me myself. And I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact He is. He's showing you all, the rest of you, saints out there. He's showing you some things in which you need to work on. So it's one thing for that, to ask for it and to beg for it. But then what happens then? Once He shows you, once He reveals it to you. Not always in your court. You must do something. You must act upon it. So it's definitely work that we all have to do, and purging all of this leaven out of us, purging all of this filth and all of this garbage from that old man, from that old life, from the past. It's up to us to want to be set free. And the good thing about it is, if you're serious with God, He's going to be serious with you. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you, some of the things that I've had to get free of and I had to work on, it's taken some time. It's not like it just happened overnight, or I just say, hey, you know what? I want to be set free from this, or let me just run the pastor and see if I can just get some prayer right quick, or if He can lay hands on me and I get free. No, it don't work like that, brother. It's going to take you to do the work. You know what I mean? And you gotta be free. You gotta wanna be free. And you gotta be free before you sit in that chair, before you make up in your mind, you know what I mean? You gotta make it up in your mind that you wanna be set free. Not up to anybody else, but it's up to you to get free. It's up to you to work on, your own soul. Get yourself cleansed and purged. Hallelujah. Because we ain't gonna be able to make it into the kingdom sites if we don't. You know what I mean? If we don't do things right now. We don't clean up now. Because you're foolish and you deceive if you thinking because your skin is black and your skin, any shade of brown or black that you already in. You're foolish, man. You're deceiving your own soul, your own self. You're deceived. Puffed up in the spirit of your own mind. And you're bitten of the fruit of lies. So it takes work, man. It really does. So I'm sure we all wish it was just so easy where we can just, you know what, hey, I'm in there now. I keep the commandments and I'm free. I'm set free. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't eat no pork no more. I don't do these things I used to do. But that's good. That's fine. We still got work to do, though. We've got to purge all this mess and garbage out of us and make these temples clean. All this sweat. And go and sin no more once we are set free. But thanks. I want to say bless you all. I'm going to head on out. Just going to come and say a few words. I'll read just a few more verses here. Y'all be at peace. Got a lot of good info to go off of, especially for yesterday's lesson. So keep us, sustain us. You know, Pastor said a statement. I think it was last Sabbath he said, this word has been keeping us. Word, even me, has been keeping me. And that's just the truth. That word has been. I know it has been keeping me. And I thank y'all for it. He's very, very mindful of us. And he answers prayers. So all you got to do is have a willing heart. And you got to want to you got to want to change the situation. And he's faithful and just. You know what I mean? For answers. But Matthew 20 and 28 says, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. So look at Yeshua. Look at the example, the goal that's set before us. He came. He didn't come, to be served, but he came to serve. And that's how we all need to be. That's how our lives should be patterned. Not looking at, what can be done for me or what these people can do for me. Nah, what can I do for them? How can I be of service to my brother or my sister? How can I extend, that same level of servitude? Hallelujah. That's what this time of the year is all about as well. As I say, come before the throne of grace, bold, yet humble. Hallelujah. Discerning Yah's body. And as I close him and read, a few verses. He says, glory to you in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek Yahweh. Seek Yahweh and his strength. Seek his face continually. Remember his marvelous works that he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. O you seed of Israel, his servant, you children of Jacob, his chosen one. He is the master, our Elohim. His judgments are in all the earth. Be you mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, even of the covenant which he made with Abraham, and of his oath unto Isaac, and had confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. Hallelujah. Glory to the King. Thank y'all. Be at peace. So be encouraged. Get yourselves ready, prepared. Hallelujah. And I pray for your safe travels. As you travel, and that God will protect you, and his angels will to the world or any other sister that's with a child, lift them up and pray, because the enemy is always working, and she's upset that he can't get these little Israelite babies, and just pray for their protection. Hallelujah. And God, these men in Israel, take care of all of these families, so that we have peace through it all. We can say thankful for the gifts of little ones, and just grateful. Hallelujah. And that's another thing, we need to be grateful during this time of season of the year. Hallelujah. Thankful that we made it through. There was many that didn't make it, which is the kingdom. Let's be grateful and not thinking, hey, it's just great and powerful. He's done so much, but it's particularly grateful y'all that we able to do many things. All right. Glory to the King. Y'all be encouraged this day and stay in the fight. Be encouraged. And King is coming. Glory to the King. Y'all be
Uh-oh, look at him looking.